Good evening, Jim. My name is Bree from Northland Marketing. How are you doing today? I spoke with you earlier, and as promised, here's your analysis. I wanted to get on here and go through a couple websites just to give you an understanding about what I was talking about before and kind of a prelude to our proposal meeting. So we're going to go and do a website audit on some of the competitors in Utica, for example, and what would be holding your website back from being in the top 3 on Google. So I'm going to jump in and start going through what we see and where we think you would get the most value. I'm going to mainly be going over 3 things we would do with your website to really bring value to your company. Start outranking your competitors online. Now, the first thing I want to go over is a Google search for Utica, New York roofing, for example. I chose Utica because it's a little bit bigger of a town and it'll be easier to explain what I'm talking about here. So I typed that in for Google, and so this is called the map pack. Top 3 listed here. These are the ones that receive a lot of the work because they're super easy to find and they're listed right away. The websites listed below here, these are called the organics. Okay, the same thing applies here. You want to be on the front page and ideally within those top 3 positions so that the most amount of people are going to find your website. Now we have the BBB here and Home Advisor here, but let's take a look at this first website here for cobblestone roofing. Now we can see it's an okay website. It looks all right. Doesn't look awesome, but it looks okay. And they have some content on here. But one thing I can tell you about Google is that they really like to see content. They like to see a minimum of 1,500 words on your homepage, and they've probably got under 500 words on here. All right. So adding that additional words to your homepage and making sure we have those keywords on there would really make a difference in you being found. And not only does Google just look at your website, but they actually come in and they're reading that content. Google has crawlers and they're looking to see what services you offer and what areas you serve. So having those keywords listed 10 to 15 times really helps Google find those answers. All right. Now let's talk about why this was listed first. This is a paid program I use to research websites called Ahrefs. I went ahead and put cobblestone roofing into here so you can see what you'd be up against. Now the second thing I want to go over is UR and DR ratings. These ratings are really important to your placement on Google. All right. A UR rating is a trust rating, meaning how much Google trusts your website. And a DR rating shows how powerful your website is in the eyes of Google. Now, these numbers are generally raised by backlinks. We can see that they have 231 overall backlinks coming from 28 websites, and 8 of those are powerful websites. A backlink refers to a link that is pointing back to your website, okay? So in Google's eyes, it's kind of like a popularity contest. A good example of this would be if a blog website wrote an article about roofing companies and had your website URL as a company they were recommending. That counts as one backlink, okay? I also want to call attention to their organic keywords here. These are the keywords in their content that I was talking about before. For example, roofing Utica, New York. There's approximately 20 people that are Googling that every month, and they're in roughly first place in the results. Roofing contractors, Utica, New York. Okay, there's about another 60 people searching for that a month. Roofers, Utica, New York. Another 70 people searching for that a month. Roofers in Utica, New York. Okay, there's about another 10 people searching for that. Roofing, Utica, New York, another 20 people, right? So we can keep going through here. And this is just for Utica, just to give you an example. Now, obviously, I'm going to go through all the towns we listed, all the different terms and services you offer to get a good idea of what volume there is. But just in Utica for roofing alone, there's a really good search volume here, right? This is important. You want to be in front of more people that are able to find your website, more people that will call you, and in turn, the more customers you'll be able to land, right? So you want to be at the top of the results for as many of these keywords as you can, right? And in this video, we went over kind of the important steps of how to get yourself to the top. So 1, through your homepage and how you'd want to have at least 1,500 words and keywords on there. 2, through your UR and DR ratings and how you'd want to raise those numbers through backlinks. And then 3, the backlinks, what the competition has and how we beat them out by showing Google you have more authority. And if we implemented these strategies, you could be at the top of Google. Now, I know you said Utica Roof Pros were someone that were doing really well, and that makes sense because they're first in the map pack here, right? A lot of people will call the first 3 here and they'll find their contractor. However, there are still people that'll scroll by there and come straight to the organics. You want to be really in the top 3 for both, okay? Now let's take a look at their website. We can see it's nice. It's definitely eye-catching. All right. Looks good here. They definitely look professional and like a big company, right? So let's take a look at their ratings. We can see their UR rating is pretty high, but their DR rating is really low. They have 80 backlinks with 5 powerful websites and 17 organic keywords. They are targeting a lot of good keywords here, so let's take a look at them. Roofers, Utica, New York, right? So that's 70 we were talking about before. Roofing contractors, Utica, New York, another 60. Roofing Utica, another 20. Roofers in Utica, right? About the same ones we were talking about. Okay, contractors, Rome, New York, another 20. They have chimney sweep here. Roof repair, New York, another 20, right? Okay, so they've got about the same keywords here, but we would definitely target a lot more for you and get you showing up. So you can see as far as their organics listing, like as far as their website goes, they're not that high up. So we really be able to get you out in front of a lot of people by having you towards the top for both, right? So I wanted to record this video for you. I hope that this was helpful and informative, and I look forward to speaking with you on Thursday. Have a great night.